Hey everybody, how you doing? Uncle Vinny here. You know what's coming up? That's right, Health Chat. Grab a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, I am so excited to be here today. You guys are listening to Health Chat. I'm Dr. Nick Circolone. Let me tell you something. I'm always excited. Do you know why I'm excited? Because you're allowing me to come into your home to listen to me, to see me. It just charges me up to be able to be with you guys every week. And I just, it's one of those things where, I don't know, I just get so charged up. And what we're going to be talking about today, you're going to hear a little bit about. I'm going to be pretty transparent, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, every week I try to come up with a show for you that is going to enlighten you, is going to entertain you, and is going to give you stuff that you can personally use. And today will be no different. This may end up being more than one show. I will tell you that. I was asked a question, why don't I talk about anxiety? I was like, anxiety? Why do I want to talk about anxiety? But you know what? The more I thought about it, the more I said, you know what? I am really going to get into this. And we're going to be talking a lot about being anxious. We're going to talk about fear. Because believe it or not, sometimes they are very interchangeable. You can't have anxiety without fear. So let's get started. Let's kind of delve into this a little bit. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat. So if you want to turn it off, you can. I'm going to give you a Judeo-Christian perspective on this, because what the world has for us, it's not working. We have to get it from somewhere else. And you know what? The best place to get it is from the Creator that created the universe and the Creator that created you and me. So let's get started. Let's talk about anxiety. Let's go by the definition. A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with uncertain outcomes. Now, is anxiety or having anxiety wrong? Well, no. We are designed for a little bit of anxiety. Now, I know me personally, if you're going on a brand new trip, you're a little anxious about where you're going, how you're going to get there, but you're not dwelling on it. When anxiety becomes an issue, it's when we live in that anxiety. When we worry about things over and over and over and over and over again, that becomes part of our personality, becomes part of our being, that's when anxiety can be a really big problem. Well, fear leads to anxiety. So here's the definition of fear, okay? Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something dangerous is likely to cause pain or threat. Great example of that. You're driving in your car and you get into an accident. Thank God you're okay. But you know what? You're anxious about driving because you have the fear of this happening again. For those of you that are students, you have a fear of taking a test. Why? Well, maybe you didn't study for that test. Maybe you're not so sure what's going to be on that test. You're afraid of failure. You have that fear of failure. So we develop these anxieties. Well, anxiety over time can be so detrimental to our bodies, our minds, and our spirits that it will incapacitate us and cause us not to live in the purpose that we were created for. Now, I personally deal with some anxiety too, but I don't dwell in it. I know that there's more coming. In the Bible it says joy comes in the morning. It does. Have you ever gone to sleep and wake up the next morning and things are a little bit different? I know I have. I don't know about you guys, but I get attacked. My mind gets attacked in the middle of the night. I really think that the devil works third shift, because when I'm sleeping, I'm getting a good night's sleep. I had a great day. These things come into my head like the what ifs. You know what the what ifs are. What if this happens? Ooh, what if that happens? We're in a what if world right now. Think about this. Most people deal with some sort of fear and anxiety. Some of it is political right now. You're uncertain. You voted for one person Now we have another person, and you're not sure where we're going to go with this. You may not like the direction that we're going. You may have voted for the new president and are not liking what's happening. You're afraid. Well, what's my 401k going to look like? What's my family going to look like? What are my beliefs going to be? Are some of my freedoms going to be taken away? Or some of my freedoms going to be given? Or are things that I don't believe in going to happen? Or are there things that I do believe in not going to happen? So we have this pull and the push of these anxious thoughts that we have, and a lot of it comes from that fear. Now, I'm a business owner. I worry about my business. That's another word. Fear, anxiety, worry. All of these kind of meld together, and they create this anxiousness that we have with that worry and with that fear. I know as a business owner, there are times when I have a fear. Like, am I making sure my employees are taken care of? Am I making sure that I can support my family by the career that I have chosen? Most people don't realize that as professionals, as doctors, we are at the mercy of a lot of insurance companies. And the insurance companies are really trying to save money, so they start cutting our fees. Well, are we going to still be able to maintain the lifestyle that we were expected to maintain by being able to pay our rent, pay our staff, pay our overhead? All of these lay on the shoulders of business owners. Think about this. Think about the people that can't work. They are not allowed to work. Their livelihood has been stripped from them because somebody said that they can't work. That can happen anywhere. It can happen in your business. It can happen in my business. It can happen in anything. We could be told, you know what? We're going to shut you down again. We have no control over it. That develops fear. That develops worry. That develops anxiety. We are designed for a flight or fight. It's called the autonomic nervous system. You have the parasympathetics and you have the sympathetic nervous system. It's like the gas pedal and the brake. If your body is designed for that flight or fight, give you a good example. If you see a dog chasing you, or a bear chasing you, or an animal that you're not sure of chasing you, you get this flight feeling and you start taking off. So what happens is your blood rushes to those important areas of the body, such as your legs, your arms, and your heart starts pumping faster and faster to get that blood into those areas so that way they can move faster. I will tell you this, if a dog is chasing you, you're not going to want to eat a sandwich. You're going to want those legs to be moving and moving fast. Same thing with worry and anxiety. It's not designed for that. It's only designed for short bursts. But what happens is the chemicals in our body, when we're stressed out because we're anxious, because we have fear, because we have worry, those same areas of the body work the same way. So what happens is blood starts rushing to different areas where they're not needed at that time. And then we start developing or start creating more hormones in that area, some more adrenaline, more cortisol. And all of these things keep going on and on and on and on and on. And what happens is we start getting sick from that worry, from that fear, from that anxiety. And that's going to be another show. We'll talk more about how this anxiety and how this fear really affects your body and some of the things that we can do to prevent that or to stay it off. Today we're just going to be talking about it as a general. Anxiety, fear, worry. You know, in the Bible, believe it or not, in the Bible, 365 times fear not is mentioned. 365 times. God knew when He created us that this would be a problem for us. Fear, worry, and anxiety. I think that's amazing. Think about this. There's 66 books in the Bible. Divide that into 365. It comes out to 5.5 or a little bit over that times in each chapter or in each book, fear is mentioned. If fear was so important to be mentioned in the Bible, not fear, but fear not, then why are we afraid? Because God knew that that fear would cause problems for us in the future. After all this was written, in the creation of us, when we were created, when the world was created, God knew that fear would be a problem with His creation. That we would definitely have it, and we needed to deal with it. If you look in the Bible, as I said, it's never fear, it's always fear not. Good example, in Isaiah 41:10, and I've mentioned this before. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That's encouraging. And that's only one book of the Bible that he mentions that. But fear not. We're told not to fear about tomorrow. We're told not to fear about what we're going to eat, what we're going to wear. We're not supposed to fear about those things. But yet, those are the fears that we have. I find it really interesting that most of my fears, most of my anxieties, my prayers that go up to God are usually dealing with, please, Lord, help me with this, because these are the things that I'm afraid of. I don't say it like that, but that's the real truth of it. And if we're honest with ourselves, these are the things that you're going to say and go, you know what? I am fearful of that. Yes, that really makes me anxious. Yeah, I'm really worried about that. I mean, we all know people that really don't worry. They're not anxious. They really don't care. I don't have that personality, and most of us don't. I mean, having that carefree lifestyle. Think about this. When you were a little kid, you didn't worry about money. Well, mom and dad took care of it. You know, when you're older and you're retired and, everything's been taken care of, you don't necessarily worry about that money either. But you'll worry about something else. You'll worry about your health when you're older. Who's going to take care of me when I'm older? How am I going to make sure my children and my family's taken care of when I'm gone? When you're a little kid, where am I going to play today? Who am I going to play with? Do these people like me? Do those people not like me? We still deal with it whether we're young or whether we're old. It's just different. That fear and anxiety. Now think about our children now. Some of them not being in school. I cannot imagine not going to work every day and being with people. It would make me crazy. I would literally go insane because I was not able to interact with people. I was designed to be with people. You were designed to be with people. We were not designed to be solitary and in solitary confinement. It does not help us. Now, there are people that can do that. And then there are people that can deal with it and get through that. But most of us, majority of us, no, we cannot deal with being alone. So when we have these fears, when we have these anxieties, when we have these worries, my thought for you today, my caveat to give you is think about why you're afraid. Think about why you're anxious. Think about what you can control and what you can't control. And remember that the Lord above created you. He understands you. He knows the things that you're going through. He knows every single minute of every single day of your life what you're going to deal with. And He has equipped you, or equipped me, and I know some of you who listen who believe in that Judeo-Christian belief that God has made a way for us to deal with our anxiety, deal with our emotions, deal with our fears, and deal with our worries. Because it is in His Word. If there's 365 times that He mentions fear not, then why are we afraid? We have to get that in our heads. We have to literally change the way we think. and to change the way we look at things in order to live to the potential that we were designed to live. We are created to be kings over dominion. We are created to be over everything around us. We are designed to take care of each other. We are designed to be empathetic to one another. We are designed to love one another. These are the things that make us who we are. And I'll tell you what, I make it a choice every single day to be happy. Am I happy all the time? No, I'm not happy all the time. Do I get stressed out? Do I get anxious? Do I have fears? Do I have worries? Absolutely. But I choose not to let them rule my life. Now, most of us will turn and get over a lot of this. Some of us, it's something that's in our chemistry and we can't help. That's why medicines are there. But not everybody needs medicine, and not everybody needs to be medicated for anxiety. Sometimes it's just a mind flip to be thinking more positively and looking at your blessings that you have rather than what you don't have. Because we are blessed beyond belief. I firmly believe that I'm blessed, and I believe that most people, when they look at it, have been blessed and have been given so much. I'll give you a quick example. I love examples, right? I was in the Dominican Republic, and I got a chance to go into the home of one of the people that were there. A family. I was in this house. The floors were dirt. They had some appliances, but they basically lived in a hut with thatch roof that, blow it down in any moment. But let me tell you something. They had very little, but what they had, they were so proud of. They felt that they were so blessed. That floor that I walked on was dirt. But you could eat off of that dirt floor because it was cleaner than most floors you see in other places. Remember what I said? It was dirt, but yet you can eat off of it. Those people didn't have what we had, but yet they felt that they were blessed. So, again, think about where you are. Think about who you are. Think about the things that you have been blessed with. And I guarantee that will change the way that you look at things and look at it in more of a positive manner. And I guarantee it's like working a bicep. You have to exercise that will to be positive. Thank you again for allowing me to be in your homes. Again, we'll probably extend this into the next show, and we'll talk more about how it affects your health, and we'll talk about how the hormones are functioning with anxiety and worry. But remember, things are going to get better. You are a blessed people, and you have more than you think you have. So guys, have a great week. God bless, and I'll see you next week.